Hey everybody, it's Will again here, and Canon TC, and this is my video response to the Gorilla Tavern's 400 subscriber giveaway contest. Boy, it's a sweet ass knife, and knife and gear, can't beat it. Alright, let me get started, because I got some stuff to go over here, and first of all, we're gonna start out with some knives. I think these are the fun things to have. Everybody collects knives, right? Well, and some people make them. Some people go out and buy your cold steel. Some people you go out and buy all kinds of stuff just to make a knife. Some people make them out of leaf springs. You know, it's your choice. All right. What I've done here is I've made 2 machetes. I'm going to show you here 2 machetes and a thing that I call the Canon TC Tactical, and I'll go over it real quick on all this and the sheaths that I made out of them. This is a something from a round bar, just real skinny round bar stock, something short, and heated at the campfire, pair of pliers and a hammer, and having fun, right? All right, here. First of all, the Canon TC Tactical. I've actually designed it to where, hey, it's not going to put pressure, and you can use it if you need to. Alright? So, this is made out of a bottom part, and this is Canon TC. Use them in the classes, and I don't want people just walking off with them, so I had to take a metal stamp and stamp them in, so that people know, don't walk off with them accidentally. They can't say, oh, they got your name on it. Yeah, they got Canon TC on it. So this one is more designed for maybe some skinning and just jacking around, having fun. So like I said, it's alright. The next one is going to be I've got 2 different machetes that I made out of the same chair. The leather sheath I actually made out of the same leather chair. It was these and these. It's going to go the same with the 12 gauge for some of the stuff I've used there. Alright, the knives, everything's sharpened by hand. I don't use a grinder or sanding belt for anything. This one has, it's a little bit longer, it has a point, and if you look, it dips down to go to a blade. So if I need to, this one's more, designing, to cut to get in to do some damage if I need to, but I've used these as, for processing wood and stuff like that. They're made out of the bottom part of a leather chair, that I actually pulled apart. So it's nice to have. And the handle is made, I just have a boot and shoestring, boot and shoestrings. Just nothing fancy, wrapped around until I get some cushioning. It's worked fine, had it for a while now, having fun with it. The second one is I did more of a corn knife cut off, and wrapped it with, soaked the leather and wrapped or stretched it, soaked it, stretched it, wrapped it, and dried it. And I'd actually poked some of the, used a simple nail, I think, just to poke some stuffing in there. Until it formed to what I like on my hand. So, and they actually absorb the shock. I mean, crazy good. So, that's a close-up of that. And then this is going to be a close-up of that. Nice to have, everybody, right? Alright. Try to keep this short. The sheaths I made out of them were the same leather as the chair. Obviously the same thing. That's just going to be, one's a little shorter, one's a little longer. Just having fun there. And I used 1/2-inch grommets. Just simple 1/2-inch grommets from Harbor Freight. You can get a kit for like $3.99 or $4 or something like that. $4 or $5. Not much. Easy to use. This one I over tighten the grommet on, and well, yeah, stuff happens. Alright, let's go get this stuff out of the way. Can always Pride, the puppy. Alright, I've got here, I've got, you know, for example, I'm using these two to show you by example. I've got 1 3 hook, I guess you can use more or less, depends. I use it for the fire, as well as gardening. I've got the gardening, you know, the hoe I use for gardening. Okay, come on people, I know I said the H word, but let's keep it clean, let's keep it clean. You know, my gardening hoe I use, and like I said, my three rake for both campfire and gardening. So they're a good multi-useful tool. I could use it for protection. I use this stuff for machetes for processing wood. Oh man, you know, you can never get enough protection, right? Alright, let's go to the next one here. I'm trying to do this all one-handed. Alright, I got 2 stoves here. One is a wood gas downdraft stove. And you know, it's simple. There's 2 cans, 1 gallon. This one I actually have on the top, so bolts on the top so I can use, you know, do something with. Now this one I have, like I've, you know, what I did with it earlier, did a video, I think I left it over by the bench. But quick tip, they weigh just about nothing, and you can make your own too, but this is actually from a camper propane stove, and as you can see, you know, they were nice. You know, what I've done is I poked some holes, you know, and through 1/2, and you know, the holes inside. One of the things that I'm going to show you with these both are the buddy burners. You can see I've got one on buddy burners. I use the cans, the tin cans, and I fold them over. And I like to keep them about 1 inch, maybe a little over 1 inch, 1.5 inches or so, to keep them short. This one, it'll fit right in there. I can put it in there and I can use to cook. Which means I do not have to build a fire if I really don't want to right away, if I just want to cook on something. Same thing with these. Normally your fire goes in here. All I've done with here is, yeah, it's got some extra holes in it. Target practice. Is I've just cut a hole out, and this is a Bondo can, paint can, Bondo can, both 1 gallon cans. I put a bazillion holes here in the lid. I went crazy. What it does is, if I got something smaller on there, you know, that's great too. If I want to throw something bigger, I can do that, or I can throw a couple of rocks or something over the top to be able to hold something up if I need to. So that's nice and easy to have hanging around. Fun. Oh, I'm sorry people, I'm trying to be quick, because this could take forever if I don't. Alright, the gun here, I've got simple, pulled them over, stretched them, and they've actually been pulled and stretched, so they're stretchy, they're whole retention, to be able to hold the shells in. Without coming out. So simple light duty staple gun from, you know, your Walmart or Home Depot or whatever. You know, with these, what I've done is just strips and pulled it over, and same thing, just stapled them in, knit their way, and that way I hold more shells. It's really not that heavy. Now the clips are cut, but I've actually put in same thing with the bottom. Alright, and ignore the tripod. Barbecue spear that's brown, put on it. This is an old leather purse strap. Like I said, it got me a strap now. And at the bottom here, I can get stuff out of the way, is just a key ring clip, or key ring, and I just throw a bunch of staples in there since that was already broke when I got it. You know, not fancy. Like I said, this is just, you know, it's a cheap situation. Alright, bags. You know, I encourage everybody to, learn to sew, learn to use a sewing machine, and experiment. For example, I have a bag here that has the one of my prototypes, but it has the machete sheath on the outside. That way I can put the machete in there and put some of my bug out stuff in there and have fun. I actually designed this bag to use with the crobble, and so it fits in there, great. So not carrying around a crobble all the time. You get your hand strap and line for something for shoulder, cinch it tight, different inside pockets, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, like I said, I don't encourage, let your kids go out with a sewing machine and stuff like that, but, something quick to do with your kids. Those of us who have kids, I don't, I have dogs, I call my dogs my kids, but, my dog has his own bug out bag. Maybe I'll get with that later on, but, just even if you're using a, your sewing machine at home, and you're, get some old sheets or curtains, or some, whether they're flowers, or say, Spider-Man, or Hello Kitty or something, sheets or curtains, and let your kid design. I mean, maybe wants a pocket for his favorite toy that'll custom fit his favorite toy, and something that in a bug out situation, that he or she'll be able to use. Maybe that's all they have. They need something small. They don't need something real big, and something that they'll feel comfortable, and it'll help them, stay relaxed. So, I do encourage kids to have their own bug out bags, and emergency preparedness, and I'm real strong on that. So, other than the dog, didn't really make the dog. I just did some modifications to the dog as well. So, ears, tails, everything that's not included, and well, you just can't buy those at the store today for some reason. Alright, let's grab some stuff. We're going to come over here to our benches. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start here. We're going to start with our flag. Alright, quickly. Alright, the bottom is actually, I got 4 pieces on the bottom, and they're the rails from those real estate sign frames. Alright, the middle is black, but it's actually the fence rail, steel fence rail. And I got eye bolts and clips for the flag. I got one, and I got one at the top. So, I'm going to tell you, every day, I fly a flag, and yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but hey, I fly my flag to you. Alright, I guess if you want to call it a modification, then you can see the benches. They're always nice. The benches, I have, some really thick planks on underneath them. I've got cinder blocks. Sometimes I get some really heavy people out here that fat people like me that, like 240, 280, somewhere around there. I weigh more if I got my bug out bag and gear on, but hey, those are nice. We've got a old railroad tie that we've got here for, for extra additional seating, so, which is always nice. Alright. If you don't have a fire pit, I encourage you to make one. They're nice to have, whether you just cook s'mores or something for the family on the weekend, or something just get off after work, go out and just relax. If you can't, you can always use your barbecue grill to cook s'mores, and I don't, next thing is going to be this fun little duty. Tacked here, in the middle, in the end. Come off an old grill. I actually just found all this stuff was had to cut some of it to length. I've got an extra one here for keeping the pressure on if we're making burgers or something, keeping our meat from rolling off or something from sneaking in and stealing it. And soft old I keep having brain farts. Off an old display. like storage display. This part here ahead of time is up a pull-out couch. The bottom part and this part here, it's the same. I just cut it and welded, you know, smaller gas line off a mobile home, large gas line that went to a mobile home. Yeah, they were already off. Relax, calm down. Blow off. But what this is a handle, and lift it up, and we got something, you know, we can play with and in the fire. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to show you. Say, you know, we want it adjustable, you know, with friction. Alright, and if we feel it froggy, or one of our buddies got the fire going too high, you can always go way up there. Let me show you what this is all actually designed to do. Is everything's designed to come out and be moved. Now with the end of it, I just took a chop saw and made a point. Uh-oh. There's some sand in there. Alright, there we go. Okay, next thing is going to be this little bugger. This is a tripod for hanging things in the fire. Alright, are you ready to go? I'm going to set this up and I'm going to show you how stuff comes apart and how everything's bent. And like I said, it's just rebar that I heated in the fire and bent. This, excuse me, is a ring that's designed to go around and double as a hanger. That way everything can be picked up and thrown in the back of the truck and everything stays together. Alright, let me set this up here. Oh, that's my tripod. Alright, so all it's into it is the pulling it off and unwrapping it. Go ahead and get out the shot here, but I'm just setting this into the fire. And that way you guys can get a good look at it. Alright, see here? Oh. Should probably, there we go. Alright, now we'll walk over here. Let's say we're gonna make some invisible coffee. Well, there we go. Now we can make almost all the way to the ground and raise it up, and hey, we're good to go. We're cooking and grilling, bros. Oh, you know, everything I make is easy to make. The next thing is, I only recommend doing this if you've, if and only if your bowels have been taken off or they've been shot and there's no air in there. But got some wood that's been cut and pounded into the ground, so nothing will roll its way. Another board. And same thing, a couple of old propane tanks that really shouldn't be reused for propane anymore. Because once they get so rusted out, ain't worth the rat's booty. So, and one other real quick thing is, who's ever jumped on a trampoline? Well, I have, but I never did like it. So, I chopped the trampoline up, and I said, I don't have kids, or I wouldn't have did this, calm down. The bottom part is actually the bench rail. The trampoline legs were cut to different sizes, and as you know, training dogs, I used them as training aids, but sitting side by side, you know, they're also useful for making, you know, small blockades. People don't realize that you can just push them out the way, and but hey, people don't. So, well, I'll leave with this note here, but you know, everything that I showed you, like I said, you can make, and I encourage you to make. Do your research, have fun, and you know, it's SHTF happens, you'll know how to make things. So, and as for you, the Gorilla Tavern, I really appreciate it. And oh yeah, I forgot that I did shout outs yet. The KS Prepper is a pretty good guy. I'd like to see some more support for him. He really needs some more subscribers. And that guy, he's really knowledgeable, and we need to get some more people bringing out some more reviews from him, because well, the man's got a lot to give, and a lot of knowledge, and so let's show support for him. So KS Prepper, and the other guy is going to be, I'm going to shout it, is if it's a New Ohio Prepper, or New Ohio Prepper. There's another guy that needs a lot of support, and he's starting to make videos, and I mean, I've been trying to encourage him, but we really need help encouraging him to get going. And you know, the more he does, the more fun he has. So it's all about education, knowledge, and reviews, so we all know what's going on out here, right? So well, brothers and sisters, thanks for watching the vid, and you know, I hope you like what you see. If you do, you know, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. If you know, made something, or you want to make something, hey, you know, do a video response to this video. Well, you know, I really want to know what everybody's doing out there, because I like to see different ideas too. So, you know, I like to, you know, I like to kind of, I don't want to say steal, I like to say permanently borrow sometimes, to make classes easy, and make my life a little more fun. So, you know, don't forget to make sure you got plenty of thick wood, and you know, say probably every night I probably go through about, you know, you know, this is what the equivalent of that I go through, you know, well, this will take me probably a couple days in classes. You know, I got my smaller, then I got my larger, and I got some other stuff everywhere, but you know. Sniff you later, everybody.